Man, great game. Happy for our guys, happy for our fans. Just a great game, tremendous atmosphere. Now that we won, I can be honest, I had a miserable Christmas last year. I mean, just, you know, this is a tough game. If somebody has to lose, we came up short. I thought our guys did a great job. We didn't think Jeremiah would go tonight, but he's battle tested. He wanted that challenge, and I thought it was a well-played game. We made plays, and I thought it was, we talked to the staff, probably the toughest thing for Mark Smith, just a guy on both sides, the emotions of it. And we try to just keep him even keel. I thought he played a great floor game and didn't get caught up in everything. So great win for our guys, our program, and our fans.
At one point did I know I was gonna play? I'd probably say like while we was warming up, I just felt like I was under the weather, but I mean I knew I needed to play, so I just was challenging myself like he said, and I knew my team needed me there for me. I knew my team needed me there, so I mean I wasn't finna just like not play, knowing I can still go out there and fight. So.
Jeremiah and Javon, both of you guys, what did this game mean to you guys, given the familiarity with the other program and losing 5 straight? Just what did this game mean?
I mean, it means a lot because, like you said, we lost 5 straight. I mean, this year we got the W. That's all we can ask for. I mean, it was a good game. It was an aggressive game. That's what we like, though. So that's what made it fun and competitive.
For both you guys, how hard was it to kind of keep your emotions under control? Mark was yelling. If he hit that 3, you guys were all kind of showing.
I mean, it's real hard because, I mean, being all emotional, it takes you in. Like, you get all frustrated and stuff. Like, the first half of the game, I started screaming, like, for no reason. I just started screaming. Like, I was overexcited. And then when I made it down the court, I was winded. I was like, dang, why I do that? So, I mean, it's both ways.
Jeremiah, did you win that staring contest in the paint there?
Did I win the staring contest? Yeah, I don't understand, like, what was the problem? I was chilling.
What did you make of Javon's play? I mean, he did affected the game in a lot of ways with his offense, but also with his defense and rebounding, things that might not show Pickett.
You said what did I think of his play?
What did you think of his game tonight?
I think he played a great game. He was playing hard the whole time. I mean, he's been very productive the whole time he's on the court, and he's playing hard.
Javon, you were here for this game last year, but you didn't play in it. What was it like to get in this game and then make such a contribution?
It was a great atmosphere. It was great to get a win with the guys, especially for the seniors and the fans. And so we just wanted to go out there and compete, and that's what we did.
Javon, what was that last minute like where it was kind of clear that you guys were going to win the game and it was just more a celebration?
It was very exciting. Just going out there, like JT said, trying not to scream, but at that point, all you can do is scream, jump up and down. Coach telling you to play defense, get back. But
For both of
you
you,
just want to go out there and do that.
how big was Jordan Geist for you guys? I mean, he had the 3 straight threes, and you could tell on the bench he was in a lot of pain with his back, too.
I mean, Gosh is our leader, and he likes to lead. And as you can see, he was leading us through the cramps that he had in his leg. I mean, every time we had a timeout, or every time we had like a dead ball, he was coming to the bench, and our weight coaches third gunning his leg out. But I mean, he's like you said, he fought through it, and he's still being productive the whole time. He hit those 3 shots back to back, and that got our momentum going.
How big was the momentum swing for you guys? I mean, they called timeout, the bench was in pandemonium. How big was that for you guys going into halftime?
You said, say it again?
When Geist had the 3 threes in a row, just, there was a lot of emotion from your bench, and then they called timeout. Just how big was that for you guys, given it?
I mean, going into halftime, we was real confident. We were just talking to each other, making sure everybody was still on the same page, like being there for each other. Like you said, we all a team. I mean, we was in the second half. We just knew we was gonna go out there and fight. So we give it all, give it our all.
Jeremiah, can you take us what was going through your head when the dunk was bouncing back to the other end of the floor?
Honestly, I didn't know I missed. I thought I made it. And then I looked back. That's why I started doing this. I was like, whoa, like, wow. But there wasn't nothing I could do about it. I thought I made it.
Jim, are you feeling any better, or are you still?
I mean, I feel better now, but my voice is just messed up. I mean, we're taking a lot of medicine these past couple of days. I just been feeling under the weather. I just been getting a lot of rest, but now I'm okay. I'm just continue to take this medicine. hopefully that'll be good.
What were the symptoms that you were feeling?
I thought it was flu-like symptoms, honestly, but I went to the doctor, got tested. It wasn't like it had a flu though, so they gave me some antibiotics.
For both of you guys, when Jordan pulled up for that the last of those 3 straight threes, what was that like to witness that sequence? Did you know he was gonna pull up?
Yeah, before it even went in, I jumped. Like, as soon as he shot it, I just jumped in the air. Like, I knew it was gonna go in because he was already like, hot. He was already warm. So,
Javon, what was your vantage point on that?
It was great. The whole bench got up. Coach Nick elbowing people on the side. So it was just a great feeling to see him knock down those shots.
Javon, before you missed that last leg, were you aware that you had missed a shot all night?
No, I didn't know that, but they told me after the game.
Javon, some of your baskets maybe weren't, the most beautifully drawn up set plays or anything like that. Maybe you kind of being in the right place at the right time. What goes into that? You seem to kind of have a knack for finding the ball in those situations.
It's just doing my job. Coach telling us where to be in the right spots and things like that to cut. My teammates finding me, and so shots was just falling. So it was just the overall team game. People cutting, somebody wide open, somebody made a great pass. So it was good.
Javon, you had that moment in the second half. You guys scored, I think, the 12 points to close it, and there was that moment where you kind of grabbed everybody together beneath the basket, and you were kind of. Is it like you were saying something? What did you say to the team beneath the basket there during that free throw?
I was just saying we got to finish it. We got to rebound because I think we just had missed the rebound. So I think we just had missed the rebound. So that's all we were saying.
Rather, you guys know you had 16 turnovers tonight. In the past, you guys have let that kind of kill you, but tonight that wasn't an issue. What allowed you guys to still play effectively despite the turnovers piling up a little bit?
Now for me,
Either one of you.
you want it? I got it. Well, we in practice, like we work on like each day, like limiting our turnovers. Like we run for turning over the ball, so like we really aware of like trying not to turn the ball over. Each game, like we was like dropping our turnovers like less and less. But you said this game we had 16. I mean, we had a lot of turnovers, but we wasn't even playing our best game. But the second half, we came out and just continued to fight through the first punch, so that kind of helped us.
You were here last year. I was playing in this game when you guys lost. And can you compare that feeling to what it was like to be in that huddle, celebrating with the trophy and everybody?
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, I see how it feels to win for 5 years straight when they was winning. But I mean, last year we lost, and like that was like the first year I lost, but like we still lost 5 times. But I just has this feeling in my heart that I mean we always just gonna eventually win. But I ain't saying like I knew we was gonna win, but I mean we was confident.
So Jeremiah, when you want to come over to East St. Louis tomorrow, or when you got some days off, what are you gonna be talking when you go over there after winning this game?
When I go to East St. Louis,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in Mom's house.
Yeah, you gonna be talking to anybody? You gonna be talking about this game?
They will. I mean, I won't. I ain't gonna hear the end of it, honestly.
Jeremiah, for you, what was it like to hoist that trophy up for the first time?
It feels good to hold a trophy up that heavy and that big, and you get to claim it's yours now. I mean, we finally get to, hold it. We won.
Last couple questions for student athletes. Javon, you didn't generate as much media attention as JT and Mark did when they switched from Illinois to Mizzou. How does it feel? Feel justified now to be at this table as one of the outstanding players of the game?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I wouldn't really say that. I don't really mind about things like that. Whatever I can do to help the team win, things like that, that's what I'm here for. If like the media, things like that type of stuff, like being out here, that's cool and all, but like me, I just want to do what I can for the team and get a win, so that's all.
How conscious of you were the booze before the game? Like, could you hear him pretty loud, or are you able to?
Yeah, I heard him for sure. So they called my name. They called my name first too. So when I looked up, I figured that's why everybody was going. So, and then he came, and then Mark came. So.
It made it sound like the booze were worse to you guys.
Mark.
All right, thanks, guys. Questions for Coach, please.
Coach, just talk a little bit about with the situation that Mark faced out here. It's obviously kind of a difficult situation with him. How he responded to it.
Yeah, it's got to be a tough one, an emotional one. But again, I thought he did a great job. I knew he would be prepared because of the time he put in, how he works on his game, his preparation, film study, taking care of his body, getting shots up. So I wasn't worried about that, but I could only imagine how difficult it was for him to play in a game like this because of his emotions. You're on one side of it, now you're on the other side. But it goes with the territory, but I thought he did a great job.
Cuonzo, Jeremiah is such an emotional player. I mean, did you have to manage that tonight, or is he getting to the point where you trust him a little more in those situations?
Well, I trust him, but you still have to manage it, because what happens, part of his strength is some of that. He plays off energy, plays off emotion. We just have to be careful when he gets into face to face with guys, and all of a sudden he gets a technical foul that can cost us as a team. So those are the things I talk to him about. But again, oftentimes that's who you are. It's our job to give him balance and understand that, hey man, we'll take him out, gather yourself. And he understands it, but he plays with a level of fire, and we have to expect that. Just got to keep pushing.
When the game starts, with 2 technicals, like a minute in, do you say anything to the guys to calm them down?
Not at all. Not us basketball. You're talking about a high-level game, a lot of emotions on both sides. It's what it is, What I try to tell our guys is to slow down with the talking, because the last thing you want to do is get a technical foul and momentum swing. So that part, but the other part, that's part of the game.
Cuonzo, do you know what exactly happened with Jordan's leg, or how?
He was just cramping up, and I think it might have started early in the second half, and we tried to get him in and out, and he did a good job fighting through it.
It seemed like he was sort of insisting. There was one possession where it looked like he was in a lot of pain. Then he came out. You guys hadn't scored for a couple minutes, and he sort of took it himself for a layup. What about his?
Well, it's tough. I mean, the one thing about this style, like I said to our guys, I took more ownership of the loss last year than our players, because your job as a coach to prepare your guys to win a game. And some of you might have heard me say, I've never seen a style like this before. You see teams deny, but they totally deny. And you take away your offense, so you have to be able to make individual plays. And so for us, spend a lot of time making individual plays. You make shots. We know where the pockets are to get 3-point shots, but the guy have to be strong with the ball to release the pressure from the big. And once that happens, you're down here. Now you can make plays. And I thought we did a great job. The guys did a great job facilitating and probing them. But then when you have a guy like Jeremiah diving off those ball screens, something has to give. So it was a valuable lesson for us, learning from it a year ago. And I told our guys, I'll take more ownership of that now. But now they understand it because you've been through it. And to beat an defense like this, you have to be able to make one-on-one plays to the rim.
What did you tell Jordan after that sequence in the Illinois timeout after he hit those 3 straight threes?
I don't say nothing to him. It's basketball. Just stay locked in. I mean, it's what it is. I just try to keep guys focused on every second of the game. He makes shots, he misses shots. That's never my gauge. My gauge is right now. Are you focused on the task at hand? Because sometimes guys can get so emotional, and all of a sudden they give up a basket on the other end, or you get a foul. So stay locked in the moment.
What kind of conversations did you have with Javon leading up to this game, and kind of how to handle it?
Nothing. Because again, because I've played in games, so I understand. Sometimes when you deliver information, you have to be careful. Sometimes I might have somebody else deliver what I want to say because it softens the blow. The coach says, okay, that's what it is. So it might be somebody else, say to Mark, say to Javon, say to Till, it's just a game. If I said that, it becomes that. So you want guys to play basketball because it's more than just a game. It really is. But I try to make it as such so those guys can be calm in the atmosphere because the crowd will do everything else for you.
Cuonzo, you said in that the press would kind of get you guys in trouble. Did they average 19 turnovers against the opponent?
No, I didn't, because we spent time on it. Ever since the Temple game, we've probably spent more time than I would like to on it, but I have no problems against team pressing us. I mean, we had 16 turnovers, but you have to give them credit because of the style in which they play. Unless you're a team to get the ball just go one-on-one every time with no plays, then it's probably normal for you. But we run plays, we run different actions, so they take you away from those actions, and you don't have a week to prepare for the game. So it's not easy. But we have a certain package we felt like we could score the ball, and it worked for us.
Going back to the pick and roll, how did you feel the high screen pick and roll allowed your team to break down the Illinois defense, especially in that second half?
Well, what happens is it's just the will, and the thing we talked about. Because again, you're going against that defense. It's like somebody pressing you the whole game. It can be exhausting. I feel like we're a well-conditioned team. So what happens, the biggest key with Xavier, some with Mark and Geis, turn the corner on the ball stream, force that big to make a decision. When that big, if he stays up, something has to give. If he's back, you turn the corner. So you put pressure on that big guy to force him to make a decision.
Can you describe the adjustment you made? Illinois was on a 10-2 run, you took the lead, and then you scored 24-4.
I'll just settle down, and because understanding where you're scoring the ball from. There are tendencies in the game where a guy might feel like it's my turn because we're up 5 or 6 or 7 points. How you got to 5 or 6 or 7, take that to 12, 13, 14. Understanding where your shot's coming from, and just reel them back in. Understand where your shot's coming from, and that's what happened.
And what did you do? Trent Frazier hit all the shots.
Oh man, Frazier's a good player. That doesn't bother me. Frazier, I thought, again, part of Geis' game, he's gonna feel you out. I thought a couple times the push-off ref didn't make a call, probably wasn't a foul. So Geis gonna feel you out. So a couple times in the first half he had open threes because of that. I thought he had one in the second half. But he's a player. He can play. And the way the game's officiated with no hand check, can't bump a guy can shoot the ball like that. His shift is tough to guard that. And it'll be tough again next year. I mean, that's not an easy thing. It's not an easy assignment, but I thought we did a better job late in the second half.
Cuonzo, it seemed like a few of Javon's buckets came kind of when things didn't appear to be going as smoothly. What does it say about him that he can, keep his composure and be there in those moments and just in this game overall?
Well, I've been knowing Javon since he's a little guy, and the great thing about his game, he's always built to be a slasher. I mean, even though he makes threes now, that was never really his game. He slashes, cuts to the basket, he posts up. So when that type of activity happens, that's really his game. When he cuts and gets layups, because he's always done that, and that's always been his game.
Does this feel like your biggest rival game?
I would say yes. I would say yes. I mean, just since I've been here, yes.
You said you can be honest about how much last year's loss affected
Not that
you.
I lie, but I can say what I need to say now.
Does that mean you were lying last year when you said it was just a game? Or
I wasn't
has your
lying.
understanding of the game appreciated?
That's probably a better way to say it. It's just, what happens, because I've always watched it from afar. And now when you're part of it, you see the atmosphere, tremendous atmosphere, and it's like, I guess it is, it's bigger than just a game, and it really is. But there's certain things I need to say to our guys. Because again, when I say it, then that's what it is. So I have to be careful when I say something, especially if they can read it. But it was a big game.
Coach, kind of touched about it earlier, we just talked about it. Do you have any special advice for Mark?
Smith?
In this situation, having played for both teams.
No, what I just try to do, before the game, because he works on his game, I mean, he did a great job in film study, just giving us tidbits. But during the game, throughout the game, I just said stay locked in, let it come to you, don't force anything, because we really use Mark as a D card because he can shoot the ball. So a lot of times he's on the back side of the ball screen, they wouldn't leave him. So now other guys would get shots. So we just use him, put him in a lot of different spots because we knew, in most cases, I don't want this guy scoring the ball. So we put him in different situations, hoping that they wouldn't help. In most cases, they didn't because he's also 48% from three-point line. And he helped a lot of stuff, even though his numbers don't say it, but a lot of stuff happened because of his ability to shoot the ball.
Cuonzo, Vincent had 7 points in 10 minutes. It seems like even when you're playing sparingly, he always finds a way to get some kind of impact. What about him makes me a little more?
Well, he's a talented player. X is very talented, skilled player. I just think the next step, continue to grow, continue to gain strength, and he'll be fine. But he's a skilled player.
Cuonzo, you talked about Javon on offense, but how important is he on defense for you guys?
Well, the truth of the matter, Javon is tough as they come. He competes, he battles, he embraces challenges. The one thing I've found out about Mark and Javon, they'll do everything in their power to try to get it right. So, like in Javon's case, and I'll be shocked if Javon and Mark is not in somebody's gym tomorrow. So it'll work out for guys like that, whether it's in basketball or in the corporate world. Those guys will be successful because of their level of focus, their level of preparation, and will to win, and they want to be good. And they don't want to just please the coach, they want to do it right to win. So I'm not surprised when Javon do well.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.